Hi, this is another example of the binomial distribution, section 5.2. I believe this is close to number 12. So just ignore this part. I spilled coffee, so just ignore that part. I just don't want to rewrite everything here. Okay, so if we take a look at this one here, if you want to read over it first and pause and come back, we can do that. Okay, so the first thing I would do is find n. N is how many in our sample. How many trials do we have? There's 46. The two outcomes would be either they're defective or they're not. So I'm going to say success is that it's defective because it doesn't mean it's a good thing. It just is what they're asking for. And failure would mean that it's not defective. So P would be 0.04. And then Q would be 0.96. So they give me the 4% to find the 0.96. I take 1 minus 0.04 to get that. Okay, so it says up here, the whole batch, they accept the whole batch if there's one or none. So that's X, one, or none that don't meet specification, which means there's either 0, 1, that are defective. And they're asking, what's the probability that the whole shipment would be accepted? So that means either 1 or none are defective. Okay, so I started down here. So we're looking for the probability of 1 or none are defective. So these are my X values. So here's my N, my P, which is right here, and then my X values. Okay, I'm going to switch to the calculator and talk about the sum answer because we do have more than one value for X. It's a little bit harder to do. So I go to second distribution, and I'm just going to arrow up to A binomial PDF. Stands for binomial probability density function. N was 46. P was 0.04. And then X was 0 and 1. You do have to use brackets around that because it's more than one value for X. So the way you put the brackets in is you hit second in the left parenthesis, and then second right parenthesis. Now, it doesn't matter if you put 0, 1 or 1, 0, as long as they're both in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit paste. And this is a probability of 0. That's the first number I put in. And this over here is a probability of 1. I want to add those up. So that's why I'm going to do the sum answer key. I already hit the enter key to get those two numbers. Now I'm going to hit the sum answer key. The way I get to the sum key is I go into second, stat, and I go over to math. Number 5. And the way I get this answer key is it's right here. So I hit second, answer. So what that's doing is it's adding up your last two results. It's just sum means I'm adding up my last two answers. And my answer is 0.446. Up here they say what percentage. So if I take that times 100, oops, I keep forgetting that it's in the wrong mode here. Let me switch that here. Okay, so I set my calculator, now it's in decimal form. It was in fraction form before. So this is the probability I got. I'm going to take that and multiply by 100 to get the 44.6. So 44% are rejected, and the rest, let's see, the company will accept 44.6% of the shipments and will reject 55.4. So how they got this is they took 100 minus this number, 100% minus the last result, and they got 55.4. So since this is how many of the shipments will be we reject, let me make sure I'm reading this right. We will accept 44.6, so that, and then we will reject 55.4. So there are many that are going to be rejected because it looks like this is higher. How many will be rejected is higher than how many that are accepted. Okay, so that's the question. That's that one. Again, I think that's number 12 in the homework.